Welcome back. If you care about your health and are trying to make better food choices, our next guest product is the perfect fit for you. What started out as a simple food Instagram has now evolved into a booming business serving up healthier options of mochi and boba. Joining me now from Happee Belly is owner Bella Cattani. Bella, thank you so much for joining us here on Live in the Bay.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Now, how did the business of a healthy mochi and boba first get started? Because there's so many options out there when it comes to mochi and boba, but not always healthy.
Exactly. So I actually did a holistic nutrition course during the pandemic, and it had me super inspired to get my business started. And originally, Happee Belly was supposed to be a Japanese comfort food pop-up. And then Mochi Mama's mochi dough kind of happened organically. So through that process, I basically was at home a bunch, and I've looking around at all different supermarkets and stuff, you can't really find any desserts that are filled with hydrogenated oils, poor quality dairy, you know, wheat. So it was kind of my motive here, where I was I really want to create something, and it was purely for myself, just to have in my kitchen. And so when I created this, my best friend and roommate at the time, and her dad and wife lived in the back, they tried it and they were like, you have to sell this, you know, it's so good. So I decided to just post it on my food Instagram, and then I started doing deliveries all over the neighborhood. It kind of added into cities. Then I was doing the whole Bay Area. I was selling out every week. And that kind of trickled into someone asking me to do a pop-up, and I've been doing pop-ups ever since. And now we're in grocery stores in San Francisco. And
wow.
Yeah.
You must be so proud, because you evolved so quickly, and you started your business during the pandemic. How have you seen your business evolve in just 2 years?
Yeah, it's crazy how it started, you know, at such a terrible time, but it was such a beautiful time for people to be in their houses and trying something new, you know. And so when it kind of for me, I was so excited to do pop-ups, but they were still kind of not happening. So it was the perfect timing for me, where it was just as soon as things started happening again, pop-ups were happening, and I was able to just get into places and kind of you know, for an example, getting into grocery stores too. There was a lot of openings for that. So yeah.
So it all happened very fast, but very successful. So congratulations on all of your success. And let's talk about some of the mochi that we see here today. Can you take me from top to bottom, all the flavors that we have?
So this is chocolate chip and sea salt here. These are sunflower molds, and then vanilla bean ube, which is my best seller here.
This one right here?
Yes, in the chrysanthemum. Awesome. Yeah, so I do a little bit of butterfly pea flour powder for the color, so it's all natural. Everything that I use is all natural ingredients. They're vegan, gluten-free, no refined sugar as well. This one is pistachio pussy willow. So here I use a pussy willow water, so it's kind of like rose water, but it's not as overpowering. And then the pistachio gives it kind of a nice balance of flavor.
Wonderful.
And then the front one here is the miso maple banana bread. So that is kind of a sweet and salty banana bread. You can't really taste the salt, but it just gives the maple a really nice flavor to it.
And like a kicker almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that. Well, can I try one of these?
Please do. Yes, I have some right here for you.
And what is this flavor here that I'm going to try?
That's going to be the miso maple banana bread.
Ooh, I love banana bread too. Okay, here we go, everybody. And actually, just so everybody knows, this is my first mochi.
Oh my gosh.
So right here on Live at the Bay.
I love that.
Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, it's so soft and delicious.
Yeah, that one is the softest one.
This tastes like straight up delicious banana bread with a twist. That's
Thank
just what tastes. This is amazing.
So that chewy texture that you're tasting, it's all rice flour. So usually when you see mochi at the grocery store, it's ice cream mochi, and the soft part is around it. So I use rice flour for the whole entire batter, and then I put all my flavors into the batter and bake it. So.
Wow. So what kind of process went into developing some of these ingredients that allowed you to be vegan, gluten-free, and sugar-free?
Yeah, so I learned a lot in my holistic nutrition course about hydrogenated oils that are not good for us. Most desserts have vegetable oil, canola oil, those types of things. So I use organic coconut oil. And then also, so with using the rice flour, I use organic coconut sugar. These are things that people just don't really use because they're really expensive to make.
Yeah.
The rice flour is obviously gluten-free, and this is what makes mochi, the texture of it. So yeah, just kind of using all of the knowledge that I had around high quality ingredients, that really is what makes the product taste so good. They're really simple, you know, there's not much in them. I use some sprouted flax seeds to bind instead of egg. which also makes it vegan, which is nice. So it's really for everybody. People are so excited to come to me and say, oh my gosh, there's nothing gluten-free. People struggle trying to find desserts with no wheat in them. So I'm happy to provide this for everybody.
And you also serve boba as well.
I do.
It's not just mochi.
Yes, so I started with mochi, and then once I started doing pop-ups, I just really wanted to do boba. I wanted to create a boba. So boba has like a bunch of caramel syrup coloring. That's why it's black, actually. It's just a bunch of additives. So I got my boba plain, and I just put a little beet juice for the color and maple syrup to sweeten. So it makes these like really pretty pink boba balls that everybody loves. So yeah, I kind of started doing cream soda bobas first, and then it kind of elevated into regular teas like matcha. Yeah. So yeah, one of my best sellers is my Piña Guava cream soda boba, and people line up for that one.
I bet. I can only imagine between the mochi, the boba, and I have one final question for you before I let you go. What's next for Happee Belly?
Yes, so we have big plans this year. I want to get into larger music festivals, maybe like Outside Lands, something like that, and then also for grocery stores, since right now we are fresh in the grocery store, I want to be a frozen mochi item. That is my big thing here. Also, something that I want to tell all my customers, since I haven't been able to do deliveries, I'm dropping a sale right now. So you can literally go onto my website and order my mochi online at this moment, and you can get $10 off. Use the code Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and this is my first ever mochi shipment for sale, and I'm just so excited to bring this to my customers for Christmas because everybody's been really missing the doorstep delivery.
Well, thank you so much, Bella, for joining us here on Live in the Bay. Just wonderful products that you've presented to us.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.